Rena, the American Heart Association is on a mission to reduce sugary drink consumption in Minnesota children and teens. They've launched a new local campaign, Water, the original sports drink, which seeks to educate and change the policies of local community youth sporting organizations. Suling Chardon is here, the Community Impact Director with the Twin Cities American Heart Association, to explain. Great to have you here today. This campaign is aimed at so much sugar in our diets anyway. What's the impact of all these sugary drinks? What do we know?
We know that sugary drinks by far are the #1 contributor to added sugars in the American diet. So that's why we're targeting the sugary drinks.
And the impact, there are a lot of impacts with that. Obesity,
chronic disease, dental caries, and increase in body fat mass.
This campaign aims specifically at youth sports.
Correct.
And these are some examples of, because parents, let's face it, want to keep their kids protected and hydrated.
Right.
What's the fact there?
The fact is that typically you see like a much larger container of a sports drink that kids are drinking, and little kids too, and there's quite a bit of sugar in that. Like the typical bottle that I see kids drinking, there's about 1/3 cup of sugar in there, and they just don't need that.
And they can get that from other things. And you were saying to me that nutrition, is the basic way that you get that.
The regular meals that they consume and snacks, they're going to get the nutrients they need, the carbs and the electrolytes from the meals that they consume.
And you brought in some ways that we can make water, the sports drink.
Yes.
You brought in some ways to do that. Tell us about that, if you would.
So kids, if they don't like plain water, which is all that they need, they can flavor it to infuse some flavor. So we brought here strawberry with basil. We have lemon and oranges, and then pineapple and mint.
So very simple to go and do that. I see some folks in our newsroom, do that as well. Yeah. So you're taking it to the youth sports. You're taking it elsewhere too. Talk about the community effort to have all of us focus on this.
Right. We're targeting youth sports organizations. So I've been meeting with various like baseball, basketball organizations to see if they could implement some of this, whether it's starting with education with the parents and coaches, or doing a little bit more by having a policy or statement within the organization.
Is that a hard sell, though, a tough sell with them? Because fact is, there's a lot of marketing that goes into all the different products that are supposed to be sports energy drinks. Is that tough to express that?
The message itself resonates with people. They're surprised by how much sugar is in a drink. I always like to give the example that one of those drinks has more sugar than if you eat 6 glazed donuts. So that really resonates with parents and coaches. It's the policy piece that might be a little bit harder to have within the organization, but if they could just do a little bit of education, I think that would lead to having a statement or policy.
And that's your goal right now. That's what you've been trying to work on there. Well, thank you, and the best to you with this as you're proceeding with it. You can find additional information at KARE11.com. Look under the 4 p.m. show page.